How disgusting.
What?
That means that you are a product of a single parent. I can't believe that some garbage like that is marrying into our family.
What? But why?
I thought it was strange that my husband and Aito leave me and they just keep defending you. You're planning on hijacking my family, aren't you? You witch!
Witch? I don't have any intention of that at all.
Stop lying! I already know everything about your plan. I'm going to chase you out of the family.
Hello, my name is Anami. I'm a 28-year-old full-time housewife. I met my husband, Aito, at a cooking class that we both attended, and we got married. Time flew by, and this is our second year of marriage.
All right, today is my specialty, the fluffy omelet.
Wow, looks delicious.
Aito, you've gotten really good at cooking lately. Well, I didn't work that hard for nothing. Stop bragging.
The reason why Aito was attending a cooking class was because he wanted to help his parents a little bit because they've gotten older and they were struggling around the house. I was moved by his heart, and I knew that I wanted to support this person for the rest of my life.
My dad and mom are getting old, so I wanted to be able to help, even if only a little bit.
That's beautiful.
Miss Nanami, why did you join this cooking course?
For me, when I was younger, my parents got a divorce and I grew up with only a mother.
I didn't know that.
When I became an adult and started living alone, I realized how amazing my mother's cooking was.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted to try hard, so that I could become a little bit closer to my mom.
That's wonderful. Where is your mother now?
Right now, she's with my little sister and her husband. They seem to be having fun.
Is that so?
But that's why I can totally understand how you feel, Mr. Haito. At the time, I had moved to the city and I was working. My little sister was looking after her mom, and maybe I was feeling a little bit of guilt about that. When I got married to my husband, I quickly agreed to living together with his parents at their family home.
As long as you guys are around, looks like I'll be able to relax quite a bit. Come on, please do a little bit of work from time to time. Do you have any idea how much I worked when I was younger? Let me rest a little. You say that, but you know what I know? That you bought a fishing rod the other day.
Lately, you've been getting sick easily, so please do be careful.
Yes, I know.
Oh, come on. Do you really understand? My father-in-law treats me like I'm his real daughter. He even told me about the cheap supermarket in the neighborhood and some cute cafes. And even though I wasn't getting used to it, I was living in my in-laws' home without any distress.
This block is our property, so I am aware of most of the things around here.
What? You guys are the landowners?
Oh, please, did you marry into this family without knowing that?
I'm sorry.
It's fine. You can start to learn the important things from here.
The one thing that had me stuck with?
The cooking that you make truly is delicious, Aito.
You really have gone so good.
By the way, about the doctor's appointment tomorrow.
The fact that things are going so well with my mother-in-law, Miss Katsuyo, it seemed that Miss Katsuyo didn't like how much I got along with Aito and his father, and she was a little bit cold. I want to get along well with her, but it seems pretty hard.
My mom can be shy with people in the beginning.
But you know it's already been 2 years since we got married.
The important part is not how many years, it's what kind of time you shared together.
Well, yeah, I'm sure that's true, but...
Next time my dad comes out of his treatment, why don't we go on a picnic?
What? Really?
Yeah, we should spend time with my parents like this.
And so we decided to go out to a nearby mountain for the day.
Well, this is a perfect day for a picnic. Don't get too excited, Dad.
The air does taste delicious.
Well then, shall we lay out the picnic sheet?
Yeah.
And so the picnic began. All of the lunchboxes were special. Aito and I made them all together. We found a perfect open area and laid out the picnic blanket, and we're going to enjoy the great outdoors. Wow, this is a great spot.
Isn't it? This is my #1 favorite. But you know you're still so healthy, Dad. I'm not planning on losing to the young people anytime soon.
Well then, we made a lot of lunchboxes, so please do eat to your heart's content. And then we all finished eating the lunchboxes, and when things started to calm down...
I know, let's go harvest some mountain plants.
What?
For dinner tonight, we're gonna make mountain vegetable rice. Let's go, Aito. Hey, wait a minute, wait. That's what we're doing, so take this opportunity to have a conversation, just the two of you.
I realized that the two of them were trying to be thoughtful of me, so I decided to try and speak to Miss Katsuyo. We've never really had the opportunity to speak alone like this, have we?
That's true.
She doesn't look like she wants to talk very much. I've always really admired mothers.
Oh, is that so?
She caught on. I'll go with this topic. Actually, when I was younger, my parents got a divorce, and I grew up in a single mother household.
What?
My mother raised my little sister and I alone with her own two hands. I didn't think anything of it back then, but when I started living alone as an adult, I really felt how amazing my mother was. And I wanted to become an amazing person just like my mom, so that's why I'm working hard to learn how to cook and to do the chores well. Miss Katsuyo stayed silent and stared at me while she listened. That's why I totally thought that she was soaking in my story. So, if it's okay with you, I wanted you to teach me how to cook and things like that.
How disgusting!
What?
That means that you were the product of a single parent. I can't believe that some garbage like that is marrying into our family.
What? But why?
I thought that it was strange that my husband and Aito leave me and they just keep defending you. You're planning on hijacking my family, aren't you? You witch!
Witch? I don't have any intention of that at all.
Stop lying. I already know everything about your plan. I'm going to chase you out of the family.
This was happening so suddenly that I stood there in shock. I only spoke about myself because I thought it might be the thread for us to get along, but I didn't think that I was going to be rejected this aggressively.
What's the matter? I heard some loud voices over here.
Oh, it must have been a crow. I saw it flying around earlier.
Is that so? What's the matter, Nanami?
It seems that Nanami is quite tired, so why don't we head home? I will cook tonight for the first time in a while.
She completely changed her tune from earlier, and Miss Katsuyo was acting happy, and I couldn't understand what was going on at all. I started to think that what just happened was some bad dream. But from that day forward, my real nightmare began.
Nanami,
Yes? What is it?
there's dust on the ground here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
My goodness, this is why a useless single parent's child.
I'm pretty sure I just cleaned this area a minute ago. From that day, Miss Katsuyo started talking to me a lot more often. However, that wasn't a positive thing. The majority of it was complaints towards everything I did. And it was a given that she would always belittle me for growing up in a single mother household.
Nanami, this is dirty over here too.
I'm sorry, I'll be right there. In the end, on that day, I was made to clean up for a very long time, and I wasn't able to get around to any of the other chores.
Well, days like this happen.
I'm sorry, Eito. You must be tired from work.
It's fine, but you seem pretty tired lately too, Nanami.
In the end, on that day, Eito came home early from work and he made dinner. I started to feel really bad.
Days like this do happen sometimes. It's fine, Nanami, don't worry.
Anyway, let's eat dinner. You can just forget about today completely.
And then, only at times that she treated me horribly, Miss Katsuyo would compliment me in front of everybody. I wasn't able to say anything back, and my anger only started to pile up. Ugh! What is the smell?
Oh my, the washing machine was filled with vinegar. Who on earth would do such a thing?
It wasn't me.
Stop lying. Doing the laundry is your job, isn't it?
Well, yes, that's true, but...
I can't believe that you can't do something as simple as this. I'd love to see your parents' face. Oh, that's right. You only have one of them. Oh dear. Are you mad? You're planning on blaming somebody else for your mistake, aren't you? And this is why.
All right, fine. I'll do the laundry again, so please go away somewhere.
Young people these days get angry so fast. Ah, how scary.
As the cherry on top.
Hey, Nanami.
Yes, what is it?
You may not be happy to hear about this as somebody who brags about being so good at cooking, but...
Brags? That wasn't necessary.
My husband is struggling with high blood pressure lately. It's because your flavoring is too salty.
I understand. In that case, I will adjust it.
I can't trust you or your taste at all. I will stand next to you and I'll taste everything for you. So start cooking right now.
What?
You need to add vinegar.
What? But this is a meat and potato stew.
Shut up. Just put in about half of the bottle. There.
Ugh! What have you done? And as expected, the meat and potato stew that I laid out on the dining table was given the worst reaction.
What is this? It's so sour! What is this?
And then, to my disbelief, Miss Katsuyo said,
What is this? This isn't anything that's edible.
What?
You say that you're good at cooking, but you must have just whipped this up and it's disgusting.
But this was...
We don't need people in this family that are going to waste food like this.
Excuse me? I couldn't believe it. She was making it my fault. Even I was shocked by this.
Calm down, Katsuyo. Hey, Nanami, are you not feeling well lately? Do you want to take a little break? That's right. If anything happened, you have to tell me.
It's nothing. I'm sorry. Hayato was really busy with work, and my father-in-law looked healthy, but in reality, he should be hospitalized in his state. So there's no way that I wanted to cause any more stress to the two of them. In front of these two, Miss Katsuyo doesn't quite show her true nature. And that's why the two of them probably haven't caught on to the situation. I had become depressed. Phew. One day, I became so fed up with everything that I lied and said I was going shopping and was instead sulking at a cute cafe in the neighborhood. Miss Katsuyo rarely leaves the house, so she wouldn't find out that I was slacking. Or around the time I finished drinking a cup of coffee, a new cup of coffee slid right in front of me.
Are you having some trouble, young lady?
Oh, master. The person who gave me the coffee was the master of the cafe. He was an old man that looks like the elder of a village, and he's so kind and everybody loves him. So why is the master talking to me?
Because you had a troubled look on your face. You're the wife of Eito's family, aren't you?
What? Yes, I am.
Oh, well, I've known that boy ever since he was a little baby.
Oh, really?
And the wife of that boy seems upset, so I was a little worried. If you'd like, would you speak to this old man about what's been troubling you?
My heart had reached its limit, and I started talking about what was going on at the family house little by little. The master was really good at listening, and the more that I spoke to him, I felt the weight on my shoulders getting lighter.
I see.
What can I do?
Have you spoken to Eito about this?
No, I haven't done that.
Well then, first you should try talking to Eito about it.
But Ayato is busy with work.
When it comes to men, no matter the situation, we want women to rely on us.
What?
Eito is a boy with a strong sense of justice. So if you talk to him, he'll probably understand. More importantly, I think Eito would be more hurt if you don't talk to him about it.
All right, I'm gonna try and talk to him next time. With the master pushing my back, I decided to talk to Ayato about my mother-in-law.
No way, my mom?
I just don't know what to do anymore.
Why didn't you come and talk to me about it sooner?
What?
Then you wouldn't have to suffer this much.
Ayato held me so kindly in that moment that the tears were overflowing and I couldn't stop crying.
I'm gonna try to talk to my mom tomorrow, and if nothing happens from there, then let's think about it.
Yeah. However, it wasn't going to be that easy.
I knew it. You're being fooled by that little witch.
What does that mean, Mom?
Aito, I'm going to free you of that woman's magic spell as soon as possible.
Calm down, just listen to me.
No, I don't want to hear anything about that woman.
This is bad. Why did things turn out like this?
Was it really that bad?
Yeah, when I started talking to her about this, she suddenly became hysterical. Nanami, I can't believe you tolerated it this long.
Yeah.
But it's hard for me to talk to my dad about this too.
Yeah, I agree.
If he found out that my mom is acting like that, this time my dad will really be shocked and might collapse.
What should we do?
If it's going to continue on like this, let's consider moving out.
What? Are you sure?
Yeah, I'll figure out something good to say to my dad.
However, after that day, the bullying from Miss Katsuyo stopped out of nowhere. But in the kitchen and in the living room, the way that Miss Katsuyo was glaring at me was like I was the enemy of the family, and it was terrifying.
Nanami, this is about that thing.
Yes, that's fine. We do this here and...
Oh, I get it now.
You witch.
That makes sense. With this, I think even I might be able to figure it out.
No, you're just a fast learner.
Wow, Nanami, I can always count on you. With this, I think I might be able to finish it in time.
Miss Katsuyo's eyes are scary. I wish you would stop complimenting me. But all that being said, I was living a peaceful life. That is, until one day. What? You're going to gather all of the relatives to this house and have a party?
Yes, that's right. Oh, did I not tell you?
I haven't heard anything about this. When is that?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow? I'm sorry, but there's no way that I'll be ready in time.
This is your fault for not remembering. Are you trying to embarrass our family?
This isn't about embarrassment or anything. I'm hearing this for the first time.
Stop running your mouth. Just hurry up and make it. And I'm not going to accept it if you don't finish everything in time.
I was pissed off that Miss Katsuyo was insisting that she told me, but I didn't have time to be worrying about that. I decided to get help from Ayato and my father-in-law.
What? What is that? I didn't hear about this.
You didn't hear about this either?
I bet my mom thought that you would find out, and that's why she didn't say anything to me either.
What do I do?
I'll see if there's any way that I can get the day off of work. I completely thought that you had already heard about this.
So this was decided from before?
Yeah, we've done a terrible thing to you.
No, this isn't your fault, sir.
And that thing from before, I was actually making that for today.
I see.
So anyway, we can figure it out with that, right?
Thank you very much. And I was able to come up with a plan that I would be able to complete all of the cooking for the party in time. Ayato said that he was going to get the day off from work, so with this, I was relieved. However, on the day off, Miss Katsuyo did the most outrageous thing.
All right, let's do this.
It's been a while since the two of us have worked together.
Hey, Nanami, come here right now.
What will you do?
I'll go if you can start the prep.
All right.
What on earth is this? Because you're not gonna fish in time. You got bacon from the grocery store.
No, this wasn't me.
Are you underestimating me? If you think that you're going to cover it up by some fancy plating, it's not gonna be like that. Ah! I'm not gonna let you get out of this by taking the easy way.
What have you done?
This is what you get for trying to hijack my family when you're the product of a single mother. If you know your place now, you better hurry up and leave right now.
I'm not the one that made that.
Huh?
I haven't started cooking yet. I haven't even put my hands on a knife yet.
What?
Does the bacon that I made look like trash to you?
Honey?
That bacon was made by your husband after a lot of trial and error. It's the first time he made a perfect plate that was good enough to put out on the dining table.
No way. But I didn't know anything about that.
It was a surprise for you because recently you don't seem to be having much fun.
My father-in-law looked devastated, and he was so upset that you couldn't even see a shadow of his usual self.
No, this isn't what it looks like. This is Nanami's fault. Did you know? This woman grew up in a single mother household. She's garbage and hasn't got a decent education. And a little witch like this is not worthy of our family.
Hey, there are things that are acceptable and unacceptable to say.
If I knew that it was yours, there's no way that I would have thrown it away. Because I've never seen anything that looks this delicious. And that's why this is completely Nanami's fault. She is to blame.
Katsuyo, that's enough messing around. You'd better cut it out already.
Honey?
Do you have any idea how much Nanami is doing for us? Do you not understand? Every single day she does all of the cleaning and all of the cooking, and the result of that is this treatment?
Well, she married into this family, so that's a given.
Have you forgotten what it means to be grateful, you idiot? And one more thing, the child of a single parent is trash? In that case, our family is all the same.
What?
My great-grandfather, his father disappeared and his mother raised him by herself. If you're saying that the child of a single parent is garbage, then what are we?
No, this is all Nanami's fault and…
Mom, that's enough already, please.
Eito, help me. That woman over there is terrorizing me.
You're the one that's been trying to terrorize her. You've destroyed the celebration, and there's no way I'm going to put you in front of our relatives.
No way. Wait.
I'm putting you in a center, so you better cool down that head of yours in there.
You're lying. You're lying.
In the end, it was no longer a situation for us to have the party at home, and we decided to have the family gathering at a Chinese restaurant nearby. Miss Katsuyo was left behind at home.
Actually, I was thinking that Katsuyo was suspicious.
Really? Why?
She's always had the habit of picking a fight when there's something that she doesn't like.
I didn't know that.
During these 2 years since you came to our home, nothing happened, so I was totally at ease. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to help you.
It's fine. It's already in the past, so…
I really hope that she's actually cooling down.
After that, Miss Katsuyo was placed in a home that was a little far away. In the beginning, the conversation was that when she calms down or regrets what she did, she can come back to the family home. But it turns out that she's causing quite the commotion over there.
This is all a conspiracy. That witch is trying to hijack my family.
In this way, and perhaps my father-in-law gave up already, because eventually she didn't even come up in conversation anymore. After that, my mental health and my father-in-law's physical health recovered. We are living a fun, happy life together.
Hey, Ito, do you want to go fishing next week? I told you I can't. I've been so busy lately that just coming back home for dinner is a handful.
Because you did just get a promotion recently.
Yeah, there's so many things that I have to remember, it's crazy.
Well, I actually have a surprise for you, Aito.
Wait, what is it?
Actually, we are going to become parents.
Oh! Oh! Finally, my first grandchild! Well done, Nanami!
Thanks. I don't want to lose this happiness. When I saw the two of them look so happy, I strongly felt that. My name is Haruka, 30 years old. I'm a full-time employee at a food manufacturer. My husband, Fumiya, is 5 years older than me, and on the weekends, we watch movies together at home. The series this time was also really moving.
It was. I couldn't watch it without tears.
But you're not crying, are you?
I'm crying tears inside my heart.
What is that?
It's already 10 o'clock. We could probably watch one more if we wanted to. What do you want to do?
That's true. Why don't we watch one more? As we were having this conversation, the doorbell to our apartment rang. What? This late at night?
I wonder if it's a mistake.
Because our building was the type where you punch in numbers at the entrance of the building, it was pretty common for there to be mistakes. When Fumiya went to check the security camera…
Mom?
What? Why?
I'm so sorry this late at night. If you wouldn't mind, would it be okay if I came up?
Sure. We unlocked the door and waited for my mother-in-law to arrive. I wonder what happened with your mom.
My big brother and sister-in-law should be with her. Maybe something happened to the two of them?
My mother-in-law was living at their family home with Fumiya's older brother and his wife. For just his mother to come over alone this late at night had never happened before, so we were both really shocked by this. The doorbell next to our front door rang, and Fumiya went to go get his mother and welcome her into the living room. I poured a cup of hot tea and gently gave it to her. Here you go.
I showed up out of nowhere, and you're bringing me tea. I'm so sorry. Thank you.
What's the matter, Mom?
About that, I was kicked out of the house by Takashi and Yuko.
What? By Takashi?
Yes, we got into a little bit of an argument, and then they told me to get out, but I didn't have anywhere to go, so I'm here and hoping I can rely on you.
What do you mean they said get out?
I can't believe they would say that to you too. Actually, Fumiya had been kicked out of the house in the past as well. That was about 5 years ago. At the time, Fumiya was my boyfriend and he showed up at my door out of nowhere just like this. 5 years ago. Fumiya? What's the matter all of a sudden? If you were coming over, you would have contacted me.
I'm sorry, my phone battery was dead. It was all a bit sudden.
What? Did something happen? Well, anyway, just come on in for now.
I'm really sorry, Haruka.
It's totally fine. So, what happened?
About that, I was kicked out of the house by my brother and sister-in-law.
Kicked out? Fumiya was living with his father and mother, and his older brother and his wife, the 5 of them in that house. Fumiya's brother, Takashi, had gotten married 6 months ago, and at that time, he moved back home and welcomed his wife into the family, but why now? Because you guys have already been living together for more than 6 months, right?
Yeah, my brother moved back in. I thought about moving out, but the house is close to the company, and I didn't think that I needed to move out just because they moved back in. Well, we are all adults, so I thought that we would be able to make it work somehow.
If I remember correctly, I think he never got along well with his older brother.
And then, actually, starting today, for 5 days, my parents are away on a vacation, and maybe he was waiting for that timing, and he suddenly said that this was going to be his house in the future, and to get out. And then we got into a huge fight.
Well, I guess if you got into a fight in front of your parents, your brother would get yelled at by your father.
And then my sister-in-law jumped on board with that. They basically forced me out of the house together. They even locked the door on me, but because it happened so sudden, and of course I didn't have my key on me either, luckily I had my phone in my wallet in my pockets because I was going to go to the convenience store.
What is that?
It's unbelievable, right?
But your parents, right? You couldn't contact them because your phone was dead?
Yeah, but they're also on a vacation together, so I didn't want to bother them, so I'll talk to them when they come back. Oh, would it be okay if I charge my phone?
Of course.
Thank you. But that being said, what should I do?
I'm sure your dad will understand, won't he?
Yeah, I think he'll understand, and I do think he'll be angry as well, but even if I stay in that house after this, I don't know when my brother and his wife are gonna raise their hands at me. I could try to get my brother kicked out of the house, but I was thinking about taking this opportunity to start living alone.
I see. Well, then, why don't we get married?
Yeah, wait, did you just say get married?
Yeah, instead of saying you're going to live alone, let's live together. We've been dating for 3 years already, but this apartment is for a single person, so we're gonna have to move, aren't we?
But there's also the option that we just live together.
When we move, I figure it might be easier in a lot of ways if I change my name, too. That's what my friend who got married recently said.
That might be true, but are you sure? To get married in a way like this? And not only that, but a reverse proposal.
It's totally fine. Timing is important for things like this, too.
I thought a bouquet of 100 roses and a diamond ring were necessary to propose to a woman.
Will you stop underestimating me?
Well then, I look forward to being your husband, Haruka.
And so, in an unexpected turn of events, was another unexpected turn of events. But because he was kicked out of the house, we were going to get married. A couple of days later, when we spoke to my father-in-law, he was happy for us, but he also scolded Takashi harshly for us.
Hey, what do you mean you kicked Fumiya out?
Kicking him out makes it sound bad. That conversation came up and Fumiya decided to leave himself.
You and your wife both dragged me out of the house.
I would never do such a thing.
This is my first time meeting my sister-in-law, but she's definitely acting right now. This is what girls do, that girls hate.
I really don't know what you're talking about. But if they were able to get married because Fumiya went to his girlfriend, then everything's all right in the end, isn't it?
That's right. I was worried about you too since you've been dating for a while, but you weren't getting married.
Oh, shut up. I was also thinking about it soon anyway.
I didn't know that. That makes me happy.
Well, even if you argue about it, nothing's gonna come of it. I'm really glad that Haruka is such a kind person. I feel sorry that this is how you became engaged, but you're very welcome in this family. We look forward to it.
Thank you. To be honest, I was worried about what I would do if my father-in-law and mother-in-law were strange people, but they were understanding people, and I was relieved. 1 month later, we moved into a brand new apartment and submitted our marriage certificates. Our days were full of happiness together, but unfortunately, 3 years after we got married, my father-in-law passed away. The illness he was battling suddenly got worse, and a few days after he was hospitalized, he never returned again.
Honey?
Dad! This is a joke, right? Please wake up!
As a family, we were devastated. Well, no. If I'm being correct, my brother-in-law and sister-in-law didn't even come to the hospital. All of the arrangements made for the funeral were made by my mother-in-law and by Fumiya. Even though his brother was the oldest, he said he was busy with work or whatever and didn't do anything. Shouldn't Takashi be doing something? It doesn't make any sense that he's prioritizing work over his own father. And then, what was even more unbelievable was that he didn't even try to help the strawberry farm that was the family business. It was impossible for my mother-in-law to manage that huge plot of land by herself. If he had grown up around the farm since he was little, he should have known that. Fumiya and I went on the weekdays after work or on the weekends to help out, but apparently Takashi and his wife have not come to the farm once, even though they live in the same house. But it might be better than having them stick their heads in on the side. I'm just gonna leave those people alone. We had that past, so ever since my father-in-law's funeral, we hadn't even contacted them. But it looks like this is going to be the worst reunion.
But Mom, you also can't stay away from home either, can you? The harvest is going to be over soon and you need to start preparing for the next season too.
Exactly, but actually about 1 month ago, I gave all the rights to the farm to Takashi and his wife.
What? What do you mean?
Takashi quit his job. He said he was going to take after the family business, and we had a lot of discussions about it. But he seemed serious, so I gave it to him. I'm getting old, and my body isn't really listening to what I want it to do. Of course, as long as I'm alive, I plan on teaching him the know-hows of the farm, but yesterday, we got into an argument.
Argument?
That's right. He said that he was going to fuse farming and IT from now on. I do think that's a wonderful thing, but I think that's something you can only do after fully understanding the traditional way of growing them. That's why I wanted to continue teaching him, but he said to me, "Shut up, you're too old to know."
What on earth is Takashi thinking?
Ugh. But the house belongs to you, doesn't it? They shouldn't have the right to kick you out.
Well, actually, about that, when I was handing him the farm, I also changed the name on the family house.
Really?
Fumiya and I had no intention of taking after the family house to begin with, so there was no problem with the change in name, but everything was happening so quickly that we were shocked.
Yes. Takashi had said that you wanted the house eventually, so I thought this would be the perfect timing, but I was an idiot for believing in Takashi.
No, he's the one that's wrong for treating his own family like this.
But what about Yuko? Since she doesn't do any of the chores around the house, wouldn't it be better for her if you're around? Although, even this way of thinking is outrageous.
Recently, my lower back pain has been bad that I can't even stand in the kitchen, and I can't do the chores like I could before. And well, I am no longer useful, and I'm old, so they decided to get rid of me.
How awful.
Well, luckily, I have my social security money. If you wouldn't mind it, can I stay here until I find my next home?
Of course, but actually, why don't we just live together?
That's too much.
We don't mind at all. You really don't need to mind so much.
Are you sure? Well, that does make me happy.
Oh, and I would never, ever kick you out or anything like that, so please don't worry.
Thank you.
And from that day forward, we started living together with my mother-in-law. I would have been happy if my mother-in-law was able to live comfortably and happily, but she said that she wasn't so old that we needed to take care of her, and she helped out around the house as much as possible. According to my mother-in-law, because she doesn't have to work on the farm anymore, her lower back pain got better, and she seems to be able to move even better than before. My mother-in-law is starting to look more happy than she did when she first arrived, and little by little, we saw her come back to life. One day in the morning, when Fumiya and his mother and I were relaxing at home, she received a phone call to her cell phone.
Oh my, it's from Takashi.
What does Takashi want now? Mom, put it on speakerphone when you answer.
Okay, I will.
My mother-in-law answered the phone and put it on speakerphone so that we could hear.
What's the matter?
Mom, the gas and the electric power and the water have all been stopped. What the hell is going on?
I wonder if something is broken. I don't live there, so I wouldn't know.
Could you call someone?
Why should I? You guys can do it yourselves.
Because for things like this, the person who signed the contract has to do it, right?
Excuse me?
Because you're the person on the contract, right? Oh, wait a minute. Have you not been paying the bills?
Huh? Why would I be paying the bills? And plus, I sent you a message that all those contacts would expire in 2 weeks. I thought you would struggle if it was sudden. That's why I gave you some time to figure it out.
I don't know anything about this.
That's suspicious. This is definitely that pattern where he completely forgot, but just remembered, but can't say that.
Takashi, this is exhausting to listen to.
Fumiya, you were listening? You must be crazy as a parent not to pay the lifeline for their son.
But the house is under your name, isn't it? So I think there's something more crazy with you. It's your house, but you don't know anything about it?
Excuse me, we were just given the house, that's it.
Is my brother-in-law's brain this empty?
Anyway, you need to get a new contact yourselves. That's it.
My brother-in-law started saying something, but my mother-in-law hung up the phone on him.
Ugh, how pathetic. I must have raised him wrong.
No, I think I came out pretty right, so I think it's a problem with Takashi himself.
When you were living with them, Takashi and Yuko didn't pay for anything?
Exactly. I heard that his work hasn't been going well either, and they said that they wanted to save up for a child in the future, so I thought that I would help them out with living expenses.
You're so kind.
I don't know about his work, but he's not so poor that he can't afford living expenses. And I'm pretty sure Yuko said she didn't want kids. She just wants to take it easy and be a full-time housewife.
Oh my, is that true? I can't believe that they were fooling me. Well, I was also wrong. Because it was being withdrawn from my bank account, I totally forgot to cancel it.
You didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, but well, I'm sure Takashi and Yuko are gonna struggle, so they'll figure something out themselves.
Yes, that's right. But also, this must mean the two of them have no idea about that thing.
Huh? I feel like my mother-in-law just said something. Oh well. They did have a problem, but there was nothing that my mother-in-law had contracted on their behalf, so she should be fine. Or so I thought, but... About half a year after that, she received a phone call from Takashi again, but this time in tears. We had her put him on speakerphone again and decided to listen to what they have to say.
Mom, you have to come back.
That's the first thing you're going to say? What happened?
The strawberries aren't growing.
What did you say?
You say they're not growing, but it's just one part of them, right? You're a beginner, so I'm sure it would be difficult to grow all of them perfectly.
No, it's all of them.
Excuse me, are you saying that the entire field is gone?
Yeah!
What?
How is that possible? The fact that the entire field is gone in such a short period of time would actually be difficult unless you did something ridiculous.
About that, I messed up fusing it with the IT, and it looks like we were harming the strawberries instead. The sprinklers weren't working properly, and I also messed up the new breed development.
Why didn't you go to the farm to confirm every day? If it's impossible with IT, then you could obviously just do it by hand.
But then there's no point in installing the IT, is there?
And not only that, but you're a beginner and you tried new breed development. That was the farm that your father and I worked so hard to build together, and we didn't want to let go of it. And I was truly happy when you said that you were going to take over the family business.
My mother-in-law was crying, but that was a given. That strawberry farm held more memories than her sons could ever know about.
Takashi, you're the worst, and that's why you're telling her to come back, even though you refused to listen to anything Mom said, and that's why you failed? Even though you're the one that kicked Mom out of the house? Who do you think you are?
That's not all. I want her to be at home.
at home. Why is that?
Ever since Mom left the house, Yuko doesn't do anything. Recently, we only eat cup noodles. The house is a disaster, and I end up having to do all the chores.
Excuse me? Your mother is not a housemaid.
Please come back. At this rate, all of our contracts with our regulars will be destroyed.
I don't care anymore, because that's not me and my husband's farm anymore. Do something about it yourself.
Mom, please, I'm begging you. I'm in debt right now.
Debt?
Yeah, when I was trying to install the IT systems, about $100,000.
$100,000? There's no way that you would be able to borrow so much money when you just started farming the first time.
Really? But that guy let me borrow it pretty easily.
That must be the type of guy that you're really not supposed to borrow money from.
Oh, I know. Fumiya, why don't we inherit the farm as brothers? I really think the IT will work in the future.
I do think the fusion of IT into farming is good, but
if we succeed, money will flow in so easily. The strawberries will grow on their own, and we don't have to look after them either.
you don't have any love towards the strawberries?
Love? What are you saying? Even if you put that in or whatever, it's not going to change the flavor. As long as they grow and you sell them and it turns into money, then that's enough, isn't it?
You're the worst! Even if the IT goes well, you're not gonna succeed as a strawberry farm, Takashi!
Huh? Why is that?
Because you don't even understand why. Anyway, we're not gonna lend you a hand anymore.
Hey!
Fumiya hung up the phone on his brother. Are you okay after that?
Yes, it is unfortunate about the farm, but the memories won't be gone.
Yeah, that's true.
However, my brother-in-law and sister-in-law didn't back down, and the next day we got another phone call. Shoot, it's from Yuko.
Mom and I had missed calls from Takashi, but we both ignored all of them and blocked him. So now he's finally using his wife and coming to you.
I forgot to block her. I debated whether to answer or not, but after causing so much trouble to my beloved husband and his mother, I was irritated with her as a fellow wife that married into this family. You know what? I'm gonna give her one last piece of my mind. And to do that, I answered the phone and put it on speakerphone. It seems that she also had her phone on speaker, and my brother-in-law appeared.
You finally answered!
Hey, you! Where the hell are you right now?
Not even a hello or do you have a minute, no greeting whatsoever. I'm home.
Well, in that case, you need to hurry up and come out. We're here at the entrance, even though we rang the doorbell so many times.
The doorbell didn't ring though.
Huh? Well then, maybe it's broken? Anyway, you need to open up.
Oh, I see. That reminds me, we actually moved houses.
You moved?
The apartment that we were living in before was a little bit tight for 3 people, and so that's why. As a secret to Takashi and his wife, we had moved into a bigger apartment for a family of 3 to live comfortably.
Why haven't you told us the address then?
Obviously, to avoid a situation like this. Well, for reasons. Anyway, why are you calling?
We were thinking of living with you.
Huh? I didn't understand at all, but I heard my mother-in-law whisper, I knew it.
You two, you aren't able to pay the fixed asset tax, are you? That plot of land is prime location, and so it actually is worth quite a lot.
That's right, Fumiya's family are super wealthy. Because my mother-in-law and Fumiya had a very modest understanding of money, I had completely forgot. But Fumiya's family house was a luxurious mansion. And not only that, but it was a prime location in an expensive residential area. With just the fixed asset tax, I have a feeling it would be anything less than a couple $10,000.
Yeah, I've told you multiple times, haven't I? I took it off your hands for you, so why the hell should I have to pay for it then?
Huh, because that's how this world works. And plus, when I handed it to you, I told you about the fixed asset tax, didn't I?
I don't know anything about that!
Again, he only remembers what he wants to.
This must mean that he must not understand anything about other taxes and other responsibilities.
Anyway, We're a family, so let's all live together, right?
That's true. We may be family according to the law, but I don't think of you as my family anymore anyway.
Yeah, me neither.
Me neither. Seriously, even though we're the same that we married into this family, why are we so different? Isn't that right, ma'am?
Yes, truly. I'm so glad that you're smart and kind, Haruka.
What the hell?
Anyway, you can just sell the house or figure something out, can't ya? If I could, then I would have done that, but we're struggling to find anybody to buy it because it's so expensive.
That's true. The fixed asset tax is so high, it would make purchasing even more difficult. I guess being too fancy is a problem when trying to sell.
Anyway, help me! The debt is only increasing, and that's it!
Get another job somewhere.
Why should I? Even though there's an opportunity with this IT fusion, and plus, I don't want to work anymore.
The downfall of the unemployed. Yuko, why don't you also go out to get a job? You could even just do part-time.
Part-time? You mean that thing those old ladies do? That's too embarrassing. I could never.
There's nothing we can say at this point. Is that so? Well then, good luck to the two of you, but don't bother contacting us ever again. If you're going to be so persistent, then we're going to hire a lawyer if we need to.
You monster! A wife like you? You're gonna get thrown away so fast.
You're want to talk when you were just disowned by your mother-in-law? Well then. I hung up the phone on her, and then I also blocked her. There were times that they would try to call from a payphone, but as soon as I heard their voice, I would immediately hang up. But recently, we don't even get calls from them on a public phone. Maybe they don't even have the money to be able to use a payphone. Later on, my mother-in-law heard from an acquaintance from her strawberry farming days, and it turns out that Takashi and Yuka were buying strawberries from the supermarket and then trying to sell those as their own branded products. Of course, there was no way I was going to let that pass, and they were taken by the police. These days, I hardly don't even have a house, and they're just running away. Truly so pathetic. 1 year later, Fumi and I both quit our jobs, and under the guidance of my mother-in-law, we started a strawberry farm. We purchased their farm through a real estate agent, but even with that, I don't think my brother-in-law will ever get their lives back, because the baggage that they're carrying is even more than that. Although, I don't care anymore anyway. The strawberries that we grew sold immediately thanks to my mother-in-law's connections. They were sweet and juicy, and they instantly became popular. It was featured on television, and world-renowned pastry chefs were also using them, and our income became way more than what we were making together working full-time at a company.
If only my brother got the basics down, he probably would have been earning just as much by now.
I know, right? When it comes to anything, I've learned how important it is to learn from the previous generation. To make sure that we don't fail like my brother-in-law did, we are looking after the strawberries so carefully, and we'll keep giving the strawberries and our family plenty of love.
Sorry, Sakura. Work's busy. I'll be home late today.
Again? You're awfully busy lately. What time will you get back?
I'm hoping I can catch the last train somehow.
That late? If you miss that...
Sorry, I'm being called by my boss. Don't worry if I don't make it back home tonight.
Ryuji. My name is Sakura. I work an office job and I'm 30 years old. My boyfriend Ryuji just proposed to me a few days ago. But it seems like he's really busy lately. Once or twice a week, he would come home on the last train. Some days he just won't come home. We're both entering our 30s, and I understand that he might be entrusted with important projects, but yeah, I get work is hard, but you don't have to skip our date plans. I made a call to cancel the reservation I had made. I bet the man doesn't even remember I had reserved the restaurant in the first place. I started to notice Ryuji's change in attitude about half a year ago. We started living together with marriage in mind.
We're both working a full-time job. Let's split the chores evenly. I promise to do them too.
Thank you so much. That really helps. He said that so confidently. But in reality, he only helped out for the first week. Or was it 3 days? When I talked to him about it.
My work is much more difficult than yours. I'm more busy. It can't be helped.
Then can you add a bit more money to our living expenses pool? You're getting paid more than me, right?
Well, that's a different story.
What's different?
I'm just saying. Cut me some slack until my schedule relaxes. Then I'll help out with the chores again.
Fine then. As I said yes to his idea, that's when he really started coming home late. At the time, I really thought his work must be really busy, and I took care of pretty much everything home-related. However, I saw something that felt off. That day, I was dealing with some troubleshooting that happened at work, and I had stayed behind at the office to take care of that. I think I left the office at around 9 p.m. that day. I heard from Ryuji that he was going to come home late too, and I didn't want to go through the effort of cooking dinner just for myself. I decided to stroll into the busy streets of restaurants and cheap izakaya bars. It was a Friday, so most of the establishments were full, but I managed to find a place where they had a vacant terrace seat. I was alone, anyway, so I never intended to stay for a long time. I thought this terrace seat would be just fine for grabbing a quick drink and a meal. Excuse me, I would like to order. I ordered a drink and something to munch on. I got my beer, and when my hand was reaching for the edamame I received as an appetizer,
And I was like, seriously?
Ma'am, is everything all right?
I'm sorry, I'll leave my bag here. Can I excuse myself for a second?
Wait, Ma'am?
I quickly ran after them, but the street was so crowded I lost them instantly. Where did they even come from? I rushed toward the area they came from. It's the hotel district? I was in such a state of shock. I wobbled back to the izakaya bar.
Is everything okay?
Drinks.
Huh?
Get me some drinks.
Yes, ma'am.
As I was downing drink after drink, I called my twin sister, Momiji. Well, Momiji! Whoa. What's going on? What? Your boyfriend is cheating on you. Hold your horses, Sakura. Didn't you say you were getting married or something? But he was cheating on me! I believed in him. Darn it. Let me head over to the scene so I can whoop his ass. Sakura, you're pretty drunk, aren't you? Ryuji, you moron! I think I should prioritize picking you up first. I don't remember much after the call with Momiji, but apparently, she somehow managed to find out where I was and brought me back home safe and sound. She scolded me saying, "You don't even drink that often. You shouldn't be reckless like this." But she knew this was Ryuji's fault at the end of the day, so she wasn't too angry with me. Besides, her anger was targeted towards Ryuji, who didn't even bother coming home when his fiancée was this distressed. That bastard! I will never forgive him. She was riled up on getting revenge for me. However, I had become a bit calmer after I woke up and thought I should probably hear Ryuji's side of the story as well to get the full picture of the situation. Momiji insisted that I was being too soft on him, and it would just encourage him to hide the evidence away. But I think I still wanted to believe in the man I fell in love with. I didn't know when Ryuji would come back, so I let Momiji go home and decided to wait for my boyfriend's return. He came home past midday.
I'm home. Whoa. Huh? You were home?
I need to talk to you.
Look, I'm exhausted.
Why?
Why? Because I was working, of course.
You were out drinking yesterday, weren't you?
What?
I heard his voice shake for a split second, and I caught that instantly.
Why would I even be there?
I was out for some food and drinks last night, and I saw you walking with another girl. You came from the hotel district.
I said I don't know what you're talking about. Do you even have proof?
For Ryuji, this must have felt like a bet. If I had taken a photo of them together, I would have won. However,
You don't, right? Then you must have seen a different person. Don't go and attack people when you don't have the evidence to back it up.
but that was definitely you, Ryuji.
Yeah, I said it's not me. Can I please just get some rest? I'm tired from work.
He slammed the door shut and locked the bedroom door from inside. We only have one bed. I cried myself to sleep as I lay down on the sofa. When I updated Momiji on the situation, she yelled, "I told you so," and,
Well, he's sus. Guilty for sure. I'll get him for this. I'll do it even if you don't want me to, Sakura.
she insisted on finding out the truth, so I feel the same too, Momiji. Of course I would want your help. Will you support me?
Gotcha.
We discussed the situation and decided to plant a GPS navigator on his car. A place that's easy to hide this would be under the car hood.
Are we cool?
Yep. We installed an app that would help us keep track of where the car is and made sure either one of us would always be ready to rush to the scene if anything happened. If Ryuji took a suspicious action, we would know immediately. Sadly enough, we were right. Him saying he was busy with work was all a lie. Every time he would finish his office hours exactly at 5 p.m. sharp, he would park the car near the hotel district. Because he would always finish work before Momiji and I, we were never able to get a hold of the hard evidence we wanted. But one night, we were able to get a photo of Ryuji and a woman getting back into his car after a stay at the hotel. Yes! I decided to use this piece of evidence and confronted Ryuji again. I thought maybe this would finally get him to apologize. Oh boy, how wrong I was.
She's my sister.
What? Your sister?
Yeah, I told you before. I have a sister who's 3 years older than me.
Sure, I had heard from him that he has an older sister, but... Well, who in the hell walks around at night near the Love Hotel district with their sibling?
We were out drinking in that area.
Why?
We're siblings. We can talk about whatever. Besides, what are you on about? Why do you know where I was?
I just happened to be there and saw your car.
You didn't plant something in my car, didn't you?
Of course I wouldn't do something like that. What even is a GPS? Have you used them before?
Of course not.
I panicked for a second when he mentioned the GPS monitor, but even after our discussion, it monitored was working just fine, so I think he didn't notice. But to think that he would still play dumb even after confronting him with the evidence. I could always just ask his sister directly, but I've never met her before, and I don't know his family address either. Do I have to break up with him? As I was questioning my life choices, that day, Ryuji came home very early. In his hand was something that looked like a neatly wrapped present box.
Hey, look, I'm sorry about yesterday. I wanted to make up with you, so I got you this.
I opened the box, feeling surprised, and found a cute little teddy bear toy inside.
Yeah, I'll try my best to come home early from now on. I mean, there'd be times where I really need to stay late to work. But you could think of that stuffed animal as me.
As he told that to me, he placed a teddy bear next to the TV in the living room. This surprise was so unexpected. It left me teary-eyed. Maybe she really was his sister. However, ever since receiving his gift, strange things began to happen. We were still not convinced with Ryuji's explanation, so Momiji and I were still checking his car's whereabouts. When we noticed the car had stopped near the hotel, we would get ready to leave the house. Huh? There it goes again. The car is moving. I would brush it off as a coincidence. But when I would go back home, the car would stop. When I would leave the house, the car would start moving again. It was the same thing happening over and over again. This went on for 2 weeks. Momiji noticed something was off. She came over to my house one day holding a sensor-like object. Momiji? What on earth is that?
Shh. It's a sensor to check if there are any hidden mics or cameras implanted in the house. I borrowed it from a friend.
What friend? I thought to myself, but Momiji confidently walked around the house scanning for anything. I mean, even if there was something like that, I think I'd be able to notice it.
It's this.
Huh? The sensor pointed to the teddy bear Ryuji had gifted me.
At this hour in the day, he's got to be working. We're ripping this damn bear apart.
When we opened up the teddy bear's belly, there was a small camera inside. That bastard! He knew about the GPS in his car, so he used that to his advantage and made sure you were home when he made his move. No way! He would go this far? I could not fathom what was going through his brain. If he's that desperate to be with this woman, why doesn't he break up with me? Of course it's not his freaking sister. Hey, you want to hire a private investigator and find out where his family lives? Is it getting to the point where we have to do that? You'll keep losing if you keep acting like a softie. Momiji had a point. But I think God does look down at us. When we were looking into who to hire for this investigation, I found a letter in the mailbox. A letter from Ryuji's family. On the backside of the envelope, there was the full address of Ryuji's family residence. I sneaked the envelope into my bag. I thought it would be bad if Ryuji finds out. But if I don't act quickly, the family might get anxious and try to contact Ryuji directly. I don't have any time to waste. I quickly asked for a day off and headed to Ryuji's family residence the next day. Thankfully, it was a 3-hour trip using the Shinkansen and local trains. I made my resolve and rang the doorbell. Then, coming! A young lady that seemed to be a sister showed up at the door. But I knew instantly that this woman wasn't the person I saw walking with Ryuji that day. 'Cause, sorry to keep you waiting. The baby is getting heavier and heavier. And you are? She was pregnant. Her tummy was pretty big, so I thought it was probably late in the pregnancy. Ryuji's sister looked happy to see me as I introduced myself. But soon the smile turned into a frown as I explained the situation and... The damn brat! To use me? His pregnant sister as an excuse for his affair? He's got some guts, I tell ya. Please, calm down. It's gonna be bad for the baby. It's my baby. I'm sure they'll understand. That's besides the point. What should we do with him? Oh! What is it? Hey, the hidden camera you told me about. Is it still working? Yes. My twin sister told me that we should hide the fact that we found out about the camera. So we put the teddy bear back together. Good choice. By the way, you and your sister, are you identical twins? Yes. Do you two look alike? Our parents get us confused sometimes. I just thought up of a great plan. You want to hear it? An idea. My sister-in-law proudly called the start of our great revenge and explained the plan to me. I quickly updated Momiji on the situation too. We got Ryuji's sister's husband, who works as a lawyer, to help out with this plan. The pieces were gradually aligning. We were officially getting ready to beat up my good-for-nothing boyfriend.
Cheers!
Cheers! Is your girlfriend at home today?
Yeah, hold on a second. Yup. She's in the living room right now.
Then let's have some fun as usual. We've just been moving around, driving around town lately, so I haven't had any fun.
That's so true. Let's have fun at the hotel tonight, eh?
Oh, like, what fun?
Huh? Ah! You? Why are you here, huh?
What a coincidence, Ryuji. I found a nice-looking restaurant, so I came here to dine. Fancy finding you here. With a nice lady with you, too.
This is the sister I talked to you about. Hey, big sis. Let me introduce you to my fiancée, Sakura.
Nice to meet you. It's a pleasure meeting you. Oh, yeah. I have people I want to introduce you to. Can I bring them over?
Huh? Yeah, sure. Your co-workers?
Nope. Your sister.
Huh?
Hey, it's Ryuji's sister. I'm Nano.
Big sis?
It's been a while, Ryuji.
And my brother-in-law too?
Ryuji was visibly afraid of Nano, but she couldn't care less. Nano headed straight to Ryuji's sister and... Strange, huh? I was supposed to have just one sibling. Where in the world did you come from? No. This isn't, he forcefully.
What the hell? Shut your trap. You were the one that told me that your knife life was shit with your husband. You initiated this.
Shut up. I have nothing to do with this. So you're having an affair too? And you're married. Hey, Masayoshi, tell me what happens if her husband finds out about this affair. Huh?
Sure. First of all, if the husband wishes for it, divorce would be inevitable, as you would have to pay compensation for the act of adultery. Also, depending on how you act at home, like how you divide the chores, how much work you do, how much you take part in raising a child, that will decide how much monetary property you two would share after you divorce.
No, please. Please don't tell this to my husband. You break up a couple's relationship, and now you're trying to stay safe? Oh boy, tough luck, because we won't allow that. Besides, Ryuji and Sakura were living together, and they had plans on getting married. Even after that, this woman was down at my feet begging for mercy, but I ignored them all. Now, as for you, Ryuji.
Hey!
You thought you could play around because Sakura was at home, right? You simple-minded moron.
You noticed? But when I checked the camera, I swear Sakura was home. Wait, huh? She's gone. Why?
That's 'cause that's me.
What? There were 2 Sakuras?
I told you before, didn't I? I have a twin sister. Unlike your fake-ass sister, I'm her true, one and only twin sister Momoji. You got that?
Eek!
You were the one doing sleazy tricks like placing a secret camera in the house. So we used that to our advantage. You took the bait so easily. So, Sakura, what do you want to do?
Because you've been proposed to, this should count as breaking off the engagement. You can request payment from your fiancé.
Yes, I want to break up with him and ask him to pay consolation money.
Wait! I don't want to break up.
Why? I mean, sure, she's married, but you're so close with her. You should just marry someone else.
This woman is just friends with benefits. Yeah. We just, worked well with each other and, other than that, you're the best, Sakura. You take care of the home well and you cook well, and if I marry someone, it should be Gah!
Hearing his words made me so frustrated, I stomped on his feet in anger. If you want someone to take care of you, go back home to your mama. Oh, our parents are furious with you, Ryuji. Don't consider that.
Sakura, don't give up on me, please.
We all left the place, leaving Ryuji and his lover on their knees crying. We might have caused a fuss in the restaurant, but we actually received a standing ovation from the other customers at the venue. So I guess they just took it as entertainment. After I ran back home, I headed to Momoji's house with my luggage that I had packed in advance. Of course, I left that wretched teddy bear behind.
Please, I was stupid and naive. From the moment you left my side, I finally realized how important you were to me. Oh, look, the husband of that girl, he's asked me to pay an insane amount of money. Please, you have to help me. Help me restart my life again.
Who the hell would want to restart their life with the likes of you? I would rather spam the reset button for my life, so I would never have to interact with you. Ryuji was spamming me with message after message, trying to bring back the relationship. But of course, I was ignoring all of them. Later on, I contacted my brother-in-law. I mean, Ryuji and I are not a thing anymore, so he's not my in-law, technically. But anyway, I asked Mr. Masayoshi, Nano's husband, to send Ryuji a request to pay a fine. Ryuji insisted he wouldn't pay. But the moment Masayoshi said, "Do you want me to send proof to your company?" he instantly piped down. Of course, he has to pay consolation money for the other girl's husband too, so he can't afford losing his job. I was also informed that the other couple actually divorced. Gosh, these people are so... Mr. Masayoshi hated these unfair relationships, so he really took on the role of being angry instead of me. To make matters worse, the woman Ryuji was having an affair with was pregnant. Ryuji was half forced to remarry her, but it seems like this woman cannot do anything around the house, and she uses her pregnancy as an excuse to laze around all day. Add to that, she has bad spending habits and clicks away on the purchase button. Their new home was quickly flooded with packages and boxes, and Ryuji's savings reached rock bottom in a matter of weeks. These are all free updates gained from Ryuji's one-sided text. Well, at least I got my consolation money paid before any of that happened. An endless barrage of SOS messages were sent to me and my family, but we ignored them. I mean, he really did bring this onto himself. I just hope and pray that the baby is able to live to grow up in a healthy environment. As for me, on the other hand, I'm dreaming of something to happen with the man Nano introduced me to. And with that in mind, let me head off to work. Momochi, thank you so much. Nah, it's nothing, sis. Next time, be sure to not fall for weird guys again, okay? Promise me that, will ya? I'll keep that in mind.